Oh, but I ignore that. Usually, I talk about subjects that I think will really hit the algorithm. They don't, but this time I'm gonna talk about something that actually has been on my heart for a long time. You may be thinking this could get a little edgy, this could get a little political, a little bit religious. Well, none of that yet. None of that yet. But what it will get is a little angering. I was writing this script and I almost teared up a little bit because this is really important to me. How much I hate this stupid freaking map, this disgusting abomination, this atrocious, disgusting, vile, garbage pile of a map that somebody actually spent time on and then they uploaded it as an actual map to make people play on and have servers up for it, you know, so you enjoy. There are two types of people in CSGO. There are those who hate Office with a burning, blazing passion fueled with fire and brimstone, and people with an IQ lower than Biden's approval rating. Now, to understand exactly why Office is a burning, blazing dumpster fire of a map, we must first analyze what makes a map good and work backwards from there. So, what does make a Counter-Strike map good? There's a lot that goes into a good map. However, at its most basic level, it's any map that works well with the mechanics, pacing, and overall playstyle of the game. Seeing as CSGO is as slow as molasses team-based tactical shooter, built off pixel gambling and a yearly waste of $15. Wait, wait, hold on. No, operations. Yes, operations. The most prevalent features of maps will include very streamlined lanes leading to only two sites. And any game having more than two sites is absolutely preposterous. The lanes will often be visible from multiple angles, and both sites will usually have a close range, long range dynamic that makes each site useful for different situations. For example, B site Mirage is a close range site, often attacked when the Ts are low on cash. It's pretty hard to enter, however the trade-off is that it can be taken and held with submachine guns, way easier than A site can. Furthermore, A site on Dust 2 is a long to medium range at every single entrance, making taking it with submachine guns difficult to impossible, depending on the enemy's weaponry. Middle in these maps will usually serve as a lane for snipers to watch and battle it out, and most sites will connect to middle in some way, with most maps following this example perfectly or pretty close to it. The result is a pretty even balance between both Ts and CTs. However, this is where Office comes in. The interesting departure that Office has is that someone at Valve decided balance is one of those stupid features for stupid people that hang out with their stupid friends and do stupid things with their stupid lives. Because we're stupid. Instead of the balanced two-site structure that made the game playable, they decided to switch out bombs with hostages and move all the hostages into a single part of the map located directly at the terrorist spawn. Yeah, you heard that right. Instead of both arriving at the site for a fair battle that will test your teamwork and gun skill, you have to waltz straight into the enemy spawn, pick up a 300-pound dude with asthma, and carry him back to your spawn without getting Franz Ferdinand by 5 dudes sitting there waiting for you. Oh, I forgot to mention, there are only 2 lanes that you get the blessing to choose from. The first is 2 long lanes connected to each other with 0 cover, and the other is a bunch of short hallways connected with hiding spots, perfect for anyone who wants to use a shotgun, which is both incredibly deadly and conveniently cheap. That doesn't sound that bad. I mean, I'm sure it's not as bad as you're making it sound, and this time you would be right. It's so much worse. The imbalance is so great that the general rule of thumb dictates that you only need 5 CT wins to win the entire game. That means you can surrender 10 or more rounds in the first half, and it's generally accepted as a winning position. If you did that on any other map, you may as well surrender, but since this map decided it wanted to be special and quirky, losses on CT don't even really count on this map. Why? because getting the hostage out as a CT is less likely than unboxing something worth more than 50 cents from a loot box. So with all of that out of the way, you may be wondering why I even decided to make this video. It's not really that important, and Office isn't really that big of a deal because nobody plays it. It all has to do with the insane amount of times our lobby leader queued for Office without my knowledge, forcing me to sit through this agonizing experience. The kind of experience that can turn a kind man cruel. The kind of experience that is denounced in the rule of law as cruel and unusual punishment. I kid you not, the only time I've ever played against a full team of globals was when my friend made me play this map. We were all silver, by the way. This map is a terrible abomination and should promptly be removed from the map pool for eternity, and replaced with the good hostage map they removed years ago. No, I'm not talking about Cobble or Assault or anything like that. Those are almost just as bad. I'm talking about Militia. I liked that one. That one was good.